Hey, you guys, today is another blessed day. And yes, I hope you're having an amazing day or night or whatever time it is that you're watching this video. Today, I want to you know, record this video on the big topic. And this topic is about breaking out of the middle class. And, I want to talk to you about who the middle class is, how much do they make, and how to break away from that middle class. So before we go into the video, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification button so that you don't miss out on the next video. All right, so this is John Luka, and yes, I am blessed to be talking to you about this topic because I just read Grant Cardon's book, and I feel like these are some of the things that I should share, some of the topics that I should share that is really changing my life. And I also realized that I am actually just walking through some of those things. Okay, so who is the middle class? The middle class is people like you and I. The only difference between the poor, the middle, they also in the middle there's a lower middle, there is a medium middle, and there's a higher middle class, and then there is the 3 to 5% who are the most wealthiest. So we're talking about the middle class here only. Okay, the middle class is people like you and I. They are working hard, they're working class, and for the most part, they have regular jobs. They're normal people, and the problem here is that is the part that they are normal people, and we're gonna go into more of that. But these are average people that go work at a job and they have a good pay. They have a good pay, but for them to continue to remain in that middle class, they work 8 to 10 hours or 12 hours. Like myself, when I was still at my job, working about 12 hours a day just to maintain my position. Okay, and I'll tell you a little bit more about how much I was getting paid. So these are people that are like I'm just using some of my notes that I just took some time to write down. So these are people that like laborers. They work in warehouses. People that are maybe team leaders, supervisors. They have blue collar jobs. They have office jobs. Those are maybe from the lower middle class to the higher middle class. And so the people that are in the middle class are people just like you and I. Now, the biggest difference is the mindset. Okay, thinking from average to extraordinary. That's the only thing that really differentiates us between the middle, the poor, the middle, and the wealthy. All right. So how much do the middle class actually make? The middle class, even though they have a good job, they're usually working and living paycheck to paycheck. Middle class, they make about 30 to $65,000 a year, and they end up walking away with at least 45 or a little bit lower. And so it's like you feel like you're making a lot of money, but you're not really making a lot of money. All right. It's so even the blue collar jobs, blue collar people that are making from maybe 100,000 to close to $1 million, they're still considered blue collar jobs, and there's still some of those people are still considered middle class because of their thinking. All right. They buy nice things, they buy nice cars, they live in maybe a good neighborhood, a decent neighborhood. And so, when you live in a middle class, maybe you have a nice mortgage. And so you feel like you're comfortable, but you're not. But at the same time, you're still living paycheck to paycheck. And there are some, higher middle class people that are not living paycheck to paycheck, but they're still limited. And so they could be working hard all their life, but at the end not have enough money for retirement. So you're still considered a middle class. Okay. Now, I was in that middle class, and I was working 12 hours a day. So when I was in my previous job for about 5 years, and then when I went to that job, I kind of like really told the job place that, you know what, I am really not here for long. And I don't know if that was a good thing to say, but because I felt like, that limited me from just growing in that job place, in my department. But, this was my mindset, that I wasn't going to stay at that job for a long time, because I made up my mind that this was the last job that I was going to have. I've been an entrepreneur for, let's say, over 10 years, as young as I can ever remember, been doing some different businesses, always starting something new. And so, and a lot of them didn't work out. And real estate, wholesaling, fixing and flipping, and investing in real estate finally worked out for me and allowed me to actually walk out of the job. Now, I'm not saying that I've officially walked out of the middle class, but I'm saying that it's a starting place for me to break free from the middle class. When you work for somebody and you work at a place where you're capped, you can't, you can't really move freely. If you get paid a yearly salary of $60,000, you can expect this to go to like 20 or 100,000. That's easy without changing your mind, and also doing something different creatively. Okay, some people decide to go out and get another degree, to maybe increase their income. But today we're gonna talk about, at the very last one, is how to break free from the middle class. And this is gonna be, it's not, for me, I believe that it's not about going out and getting a degree. I've been blessed to go to school for over almost 4 years in college. I started with engineering. I went to biblical studies, and I got certificates, and the certificate of ministry, or diploma of ministry, and I'm looking to pursue more of that. But I know that if I wanted to be financially free, it wasn't to go and get a degree, to go get another job. Okay, and so I'm gonna just talk to you about how to break free from that. So for you to break free from the middle class, it starts with you changing that mindset that you need to do something different. Okay, so it starts with that. The other thing is that I tell people that if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you feel like there's a lack, there's a gap, you're missing something, stop watching the TV. Like, stop watching the TV. That's the first thing, is to stop watching the TV and to start thinking about something that you need to do. Maybe that could be like starting a company. You're thinking about starting a company, thinking about doing something that you love to do that will generate you money and income, and something that, that you can grow in. I'm not saying that quit your job yet, but I'm saying, you could be starting something on the side as a side hustle while trying to break free from that middle class job. So for me, I started, doing some real estate wholesaling while working 12 hours in my job. So, starting at, 4 a.m., working until, 4 p.m. And then from 4 p.m. to about 6, 7 p.m., I'm focusing in real estate, trying to do as much as I can in the 2-hour window. And after 4 years, I finally, decided that I was gonna, break free from the job. And so this year I finally did, and decided that I'm gonna take my own chances, because I've seen what real estate have done for me over the last 4 years. I've been making a lot more yearly than what I've been making a lot more yearly in my own business than what the job was paying me. So I'm like, why should I continue to remain capped? I was getting paid more than what my bosses are making, people that were sitting in the office. And I realized that that is what is called the middle class. You may have a okay job, a good job, but you're just capped. And so for you to really break free, you need to first, stop doing the things that don't mean anything to you after you get out of work. Do something that is gonna take you to the next level. Do something like investing in yourself. Investing in your mind, reading a new book, reading a book that I was just reading, the 10x book. Grant probably should pay me a lot for marketing that book, but you know what? I'm not saying it so it's not because I'm gonna get paid from it, but it's just to show you that this is the things that you need to do. Even if it's 30 minutes of investing in yourself, in your mind, in your thinking, or that business that you're gonna start, just invest some time in it before getting started. And so also just changing your surrounding, begin to hang out with people that may be doing the things that you would want to do, the things that you see yourself doing. And so the biggest thing here is to eventually start something. Think big, take massive actions so that you can break free from the middle class. All right. And so this is really, what I wanted to talk to anybody that has been following my journey, following my success and my failures, whatever that I do, I try to put it on here so that anybody that is, been following my journey can also follow along. But I've recently quit my job, like I said, and now I am a full-time investor, taking a lot more actions. Instead of being at the job for 12 hours a day, now I'm investing all that time to work for myself, to develop myself, to change my thinking daily. Also, I'm, picking up the phone calls, answering calls, and just doing everything necessary to take massive actions so that I can win for myself, my family, my ministry, my calling, my purpose. And when you are in a middle class, yes, you can do a lot, but you are capped to how much you can make, how much you can think, how much you can do. And so I am here to tell you that you need to break free from that middle class, and that breaking free requires you to have faith and taking that leap of faith and taking that action to get to where you need to go. The middle class is being squeezed daily. And so the middle class is, for people that are comfortable, but you need to break away from being just comfortable. The middle class, as you know how much they're making now, is a place where people feel like they're okay, but they're just surviving. So we need to get away from just surviving to striving and living in abundance. I believe in living in abundance, and you really should too, so that you can live and do the things that you've been called to do, the things that you've been created to do by God. All right. God bless you. Thank you for watching, and shalom.